As Israel continues to grind down Hamas in Gaza following the murderous assault of October 7th, America's top spies say the world will be destabilized for decades to come.
The crisis has galvanized violence by a range of actors around the world, and while it is too early to tell, it is likely that the Gaza conflict will have a generational impact on terrorism.
On Monday night, the U.S. Director of National Intelligence gave a regional assessment of the Middle East in flames that casts a shadow all the way across the United States.
It's the first time I've seen in a long, long time the threats from homegrown violent extremists, that is, jihadist-inspired extremists, domestic violent extremists, foreign terrorist organizations, and state-sponsored terrorist organizations all being elevated at one time. Since October 7th, though, that threat has gone to a whole nother level.
Beyond terror looms the threat that the entire Middle East can destabilize quickly into precisely the sort of regional conflict the U.S. is trying to avoid.
We continue to assess that Hezbollah and Iran do not want to cause an escalation of the conflict that pulls us or them into a full-out war. Yet the Houthis entered the war and were willing to do so without Iran acting first, becoming one of the most aggressive actors in the conflict. And the Iranian-aligned militia groups in Iraq and Syria that have been attacking our forces and have been more focused on the United States than Israel, using the conflict as an opportunity to pursue their own agenda.
It's the main reason the United States wants to see the war in Gaza wrap up quickly. But the same intelligence assessment says that fighting Hamas will continue for years to come, even as the U.S. president puts greater pressure on Israel for a pause, any pause at all, as his own party demands concrete results.
Have you scheduled the Come to Jesus meeting with Bibi Netanyahu?
No.
Do you plan to, sir?
We'll see what happens.
And as Israel fights to ensure safety within its own borders, the world outside continues to boil.